What's going on today, guys? We are working on the 2840 at the house. So we got two problems here. Our first problem is this right brake pedal is sticking. It's not wanting to come back by itself, and it's naturally hanging up like that. And you have to push it backwards in order to get the brake to come off. So we need to replace the bushings in the brake assembly. While we take this apart, we're also going to come in here and clean everything out, because right now the right brake in the wintertime will slowly turn itself on. The assumption is that we got water built up and some sludge down here in the base of this braking unit, so we need to take it apart, clean it up, put new components in it, and put everything back together again. We're going to take this running board off, we're going to take the whole brake assembly out, take it over to the bench, and tear into it and see what's going on inside. Fortunately, when I bought this tractor, it came with a kind of seen better days, but nonetheless a good service manual. In that service manual here on page 120, or paragraphs, I guess, my bad, 123 through 129, it actually gives us the breakdown of everything that we're going to take apart and then how to overhaul this unit. So that's what we're going to dive into. So we spared you the details, but we got the brake valve off, completely disassembled out there, and we got problems. That is some very ugly color and a lot of schmoo. I should not have gray colored juice coming out of that thing, but I do. Now here's the next thing I really don't like that I'm finding after I get this pulled apart. I don't know what the hell all this is. That is not factory. You're not supposed to have blue schmoo everywhere. So I'm really hoping that whatever this is, it's not a sign of something cracked in the housing, because if that's the case, I don't know that I'm going to reseal it and reuse this block, which could be very expensive, because these tractors, these 2840s, have a hard enough time trying to keep water out of the system. I don't need anything broke here that's going to cause even more issue. Not bad. Definitely going to want to clean it though, because there was some paint overspray on that piston that slid in there that I do not want to come back. Like, you know, paint chips like that. We don't need that garbage in there, so we're going to make sure this thing is clean before we go back together with it. That one's in pretty good shape too, just so we ain't gonna do that. There we go. Oh man, wait till you see all this. It is really hard to see in there, but watch what happens here when I go. Oh yeah! Chunky, and not in the good way. But that explains why I was told by the text to get these caps pulled off and clean this thing thoroughly, because yeah, that's not very cool. One side's out, but the other side is proven to be a little bit of a fickle problem. So this should be up here. And on this side, I was able to drive the cap, get it alongside the cap, and get it pried out, which that's what it looks like right there. And it didn't turn out too bad. There's a little mar in it, but I should be able to reuse that. But look at how much that one sunk trying to get behind it. So now I can actually take my finger around the backside and feel it. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try and disassemble this side, and hopefully I can get around to that side with something. Should have a spring behind this guy and then another bigger ball. There is my spring. This is the equalizer valve, and even looking at the equalizer valve, I mean, same exact thing. Look at how gray that is. Just nasty. Ah, got it. You're gonna have to get creative here, boys. So you just gotta get her pushed down once it's inside. Getting it back out might be a chore, but I feel like I can figure that out. Ha! Look, 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 look. It's coming. Ha ha ha! Boom! We got the cap out. Now we can get the rest of this cleaned up and taken care of and put it back together. I hope. Sure, so that's... Listen for it. Aha. Let's sacrifice a ton of rags and get this old sweetheart cleaned up. After cleaning everything up, it was time to lay out the O-rings and start reassembling. We want to get a lot of hydraulic fluid to kind of put everything back together here. I don't have a great cup, so I made my own out of what's left of a beer can. So now I should be able to take all my O-rings like so and just kind of shmoo it in there. Now they're soaked up and ready to go. We got it all put together. I did end up doing what I said I wasn't going to do. Let's put a bead of silicone around the top of it. The last owner, whoever had this part, they had done that. Didn't quite understand why. And those top caps, they're just placed and pressed on there. They're not necessarily sealed. So I just went ahead and resealed them with silicone just to make sure that no dirt or water is actually going to get down in there. Doesn't state to do that in the instructions for assembly and disassembly, but what the heck, why not? So that's all taken care of. So I'm going to replace the bushings now on the brake pedals because the right hand side was causing me lots of fits. So we're going to see if we can't drive those out, drive the new ones in, reassemble that portion, and then this thing will be ready to go back into the machine. Oh. There. Oh yeah, this one's actually more shot than the other one was. We're in, we're flush, both sides. Alright, we got it. We had to take a minute there to get this figured out, but we got everything driven back in, and just sitting here on the bench, push the left side forward, snaps back, right side forward, snaps back, and that's what I need. Yes, I need to change my hydraulic fluid. I know, I got problems. So we ran the hose from the back to the bleeder valve right here. Loosened that up 3/4 of a crack. Just pulled on it till it got hard, until there were no bubbles coming out of it. Once there were no bubbles coming out of it, then we hold it back with the old ratchet strap here and hold it so we don't suck any air back in. And that pretty much did what we needed to do. So now we're going to do that on the left side. Right there. The spec on the book says turn it 3/4. So now we grab our hose. On she goes. Now we can monitor it. You don't need to worry about water in your oil. Alright. One pump, two pump. clogged up. Put the cap back on. Feel good. Oh. That's interesting. I've never been able to do that on this tractor. Normally, on these brakes, if you pull one, start pushing on the other to equalize. It's never done that for me until just now, so hopefully that means I did something right. I'm gonna move some tools out of the way, get the car out of the way in case the brakes decide that they don't want to work. We don't wreck the work car. And we're gonna go take her for a run here and see if we got it. Alright folks, moment of truth. It's either gonna stop or it's not. Big pulled out. All that matters is to make it by that much. Let's see if we can lock one up for giggles. We'll leave it sit here for the night, that way if we have an oil leak we should be able to see it in the morning. But as of right now, I'm not seeing anything to be concerned with. Everything's feeling good and tight, everything's going back the way it's supposed to. And that, my friends, we're gonna call a night. Thanks again guys, we'll see you on the next one.